So today is June 30th, and I was thinking to myself how interesting it would be to kind of look back at how I was feeling and how I was coping and doing everything at the beginning stages of quarantine back in April when everything was fresh. And some things have changed. I'm a lot more relaxed now. I'm sure we can all relate, but I still light my candles and pick my outfit out for the day, and hope you enjoy this video. Now I'll pick out my outfit for the day, which is one of my favorite parts of my morning. I feel like when I pick out an outfit that's really comfortable but also very stylish, it just makes me feel really good about my day. And it just puts me in a better state of mind.
This is that one.
So something that has really helped me with all of this is braiding my hair before I go to bed. So when I wake up in the morning, I can just unravel the braids and kind of fluff my hair. No matter how stressed out I am or worried, I know if I take a hot shower or a bath, I feel so much better afterwards. I have been using the Native brand. They have a really amazing, soothing scents to choose from. Afterwards, you just feel so rejuvenated and stress-free. Doing my skincare routine is one of my favorite things I like to do. I feel like it really helps clear my mind. It's just really relaxing, trying different products, seeing what my skin likes and doesn't like, and watching my skin improve. It's always been something that has really helped me get ready for my day and kind of clear my mind of negativity. Once I'm finishing brushing my teeth and freshening up, I'll make myself some breakfast. But before I do that, the very first thing I do is give myself some energy. I've really been enjoying making matcha tea, and I have this really good recipe that I've been doing that I made up. My matcha powder, I really personally love macadamia milk, and I'll mix a little bit of vanilla extract, honey. I forgot to mention, I also really like to add coconut oil, just like a spoonful when I'm finished, and it makes my matcha latte super creamy, and it gives it a really light coconut flavor. It's really good. And I just can't have a matcha latte unless I add some whipped cream. So there was a point in time where all the bread was completely off the shelves, and so when I would buy my bread, I would put it in Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer. While my bread is defrosting, I'm gonna start my breakfast. So I'm using 1 egg, and I'm gonna add lemon juice. You can use vinegar, but I like the lemon flavor better. And this is how I make my poached eggs. I absolutely love bread so much. I put my oven on the broil setting, and I cook my toast, and I get 2 giant pieces. So especially during this time, I like to focus on eating food that is going to nourish my body, things that are very nutritious, that have vitamins and protein, things that are going to give me energy and make my body work for me, instead of eating foods that are gonna make my body work against me. So I have my protein and I have my fruit, making sure I'm eating things with lots of vitamin C. Enjoying my breakfast and thinking about my plans that I have for the day before I head out. When I check the mail, I like to put all my packages in a reusable bag, and then I'll put that bag in a coat closet, and I'll wait about 3 or 4 days, and then after that I'll go through my packages. So I just got back from the bank and I did everything I needed to do.
So I just got back in the car. Glad I got to get out a little bit and get some sunshine because I've been feeling super claustrophobic in the house.
Now that I'm done loading everything up in the car, I'm gonna make sure that I put hand sanitizer on. I've been using is this one by Thieves. It has like a peppermint scent and it's just really nice and it's kind of nourishing.
Thank goodness though there wasn't very many people in there. And this is what my face mask looks like that I made.
I like to be extra cautious and disinfect everything behind me when I come in just to make sure I don't track anything back into the house. And then I feel a lot more comfortable about relaxing and kind of letting my hair down after everything has been clean and disinfected. I've been washing my face a lot more frequently, as well as putting my clothes in a trash bag and then putting that in the laundry bin just to make sure everything's clean and, you know, take more showers than I normally do. Using my favorite body wash by Native, it's the cucumber mint. Putting on my fluffy slippers. I never ever let my feet touch the ground. So this is the Rahua shampoo. This is a natural organic alternative to traditional shampoos. I like it because it doesn't have SLS in it, which is a detergent, and it can be really irritating and stripping of the hair. And since I'm washing my hair a lot more frequently, this is really important because I don't want to dry out my scalp. So I've really been liking this. It's just very moisturizing, and the scent, oh my goodness, the scent is amazing. If you like Palo Santo, you'll really like this. So I'm not perfect, and sometimes I do use towels, so yes, I know better, but we all do it. I like to disinfect my phone, disinfect my wallet, wipe down all my cards. Also, I needed to make another face mask. I feel like it's best to have at least a few. And these masks, they're not hard to make. It's very simple. And I just used some fabric from an old t-shirt. And I thought it was a really cute color.
I didn't want to believe that I could lose you if I told you just how I felt, but I can't help it.
So with this quarantine going on, it gave me a lot of time to practice my hobbies, and something I really enjoy doing is baking. But this is actually a no-bake recipe for a cheesecake, and doing things like this really helps me keep my mind off of things and helps me to kind of like minimize the hours of the news that's on.
If I just try to conceal the truth.
I'm just about finished with my cherry cheesecake, so let's get cozy.
Let's sit down and have some tea. I feel like we're all coping a little bit differently, and some of the things that I have been doing to kind of make myself feel a little bit better about the situation. I did need to make some face masks because when I went to buy them online, they were sold out everywhere. Oh, I downloaded a game called Fishdom. It's like Candy Crush. It's super fun, super addicting. Even though I'm keeping my mind off things, you know, just to cope with everything going on, I still check back in with reality, what's going on the news, because I kind of want to be updated. I want to know what's going on. The information is changing all the time. When I first found out about the coronavirus and how to protect yourself, it was changing. At first they said that African Americans couldn't get it, or they were unlikely to get it, and that has changed. Like, actually most African Americans are more likely to get coronavirus. There's been a lot of reports of young people getting the coronavirus and how long the virus survives without being on a host. So that's why I am really big on wearing sunglasses. Obviously, glasses aren't going to protect my eyes perfectly. I'm sure like if you really want to be on top of it, you would be wearing eye goggles. And then as well as wearing the mask. The mask can only do so much also. So when I sewed my face mask, I made sure that I sewed it and did like multiple layers, and I also did like little flaps in the front, and it's a pretty thick mask. I'm just gonna protect myself as best as I know how with the information that was given to me. General information about how to protect yourself and like washing your hands and things like that, things that you would normally do. When I check the mail, I think about what clothes am I gonna wear. Is it something that I can just take off without having to, pull it over my head? I just want it to be something that's super easy as possible, where I don't have to risk breathing something in if something were to be on my clothes. I do have a lot of hair. If someone were to cough and you walk past that area, just because your face is covered with the mask and your eyes are covered, I'm defeating the whole purpose if I wash my body and then I touch my hair later on in the day and then touch my face. Like, just defeats the whole purpose. So I like to put my hair in a bun, tie it back when I go out. And if I don't, I wash my hair more frequently. And something else that has changed is when I go to get groceries, normally have always washed my produce, but now something I do is get a disinfectant wipe. So if I were to get chips or milk, anything like that that's in plastic, I wipe it down. When I get packages, I put it in a bag, and then I just kind of set it somewhere for a while, about 3 or 4 days, just so when I do get ready to open up those packages, I have a less likelihood of contracting the virus. If someone did have COVID and it got touched by the wrong person, just being extra safe. It feels nice, to get out of the house. But at the same time, I'm a little worried because I'm like, is this person next to me, do they possibly have like COVID-19? I don't know. And some people can be perfectly healthy looking and be carrying it, because I already have breathing issues and I just don't want to take the chance. So something I wanted to talk about is protecting yourself during this time. I do practice, boosting my immune system, taking different supplements and herbs that I know will help me with my immune system, especially during this time. Some people might think you are a little bit dramatic, and honestly, even if I didn't have health issues, the thing that has bothered me a bit is I get it. Some people, they don't want to stay home. I feel like there's a difference between just going about your day like nothing is happening and nothing has changed. But when I see people knowing all this information that we have and going out without protecting themselves, and that's another thing I was thinking about too. Like, okay, there's so many different pros and cons of wearing a mask. That's a personal choice. I personally believe in wearing the mask, but it's another thing when I see people like gathered together, anti-social distancing. And I'm not sure if it's like this where you live, but where I live, I've noticed it quite a lot. If you go to get fast food, some people aren't wearing masks that are working in the food industry. And to me, that's kind of scary, because you don't know who's doing what, if they're following the proper procedures and guidelines. Just like people aren't practicing the procedures and guidelines that are recommended right now. 72,000 people have already died, and almost 3,000 people of those deaths have been in California. And I'm pretty sure the numbers are going to go up because, like I said, people aren't social distancing. It's totally fine for you to protect yourself. So don't let anybody make you feel guilty. Those are my thoughts on that.
We have talked about almost everything. The only thing I haven't mentioned to you, before I go to bed, I put a little bit of olive oil and shea butter in my hair while it's damp, and I'll do 2 Dutch braids, When I wake up in the morning, my hair is already styled and I can just unravel the braids, and it's so much easier for me to maintenance my hair this way.
I hope this video helped you and gave you a little bit of confidence and awareness of everything that's going on. And those are my thoughts on everything, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I just hope that you protect yourself and you stay safe. So just know that God is for you and He loves you. And just be positive and know that God's for you no matter what happens.